Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Starcom Unknown Space. Today's beverages: a nicely chilled and adequately carbonated, not overly so, dandelion and burdock. So welcome back to the game. And previously we were once again exploring, because that's just what we do in this game, figuring out that the map is absolutely massive. But more specifically, we were trying to find the half-destroyed chariot. One of them was over here, which is well, it's actually fully destroyed, but it's actually one big ship, and then the other one was over here. And yeah, I always lose that one. But because of that, we managed to find some more relics, and we've got things. If we go over to our cargo here, we've got the altar to the God's Bones. Yes, okay. We've got brass connector, brass pillar, ringwell Telonian fragment. We've got brass joint and the CXTA Telonian fragment. So overall, putting this thing together, but there's still more to do, a lot more to do. And I think the thing with the game is obviously you won't necessarily do absolutely everything. However, I want to put a bit of a dent in this mission list, and I want to try and at least complete 2 of them. New shipments would be nice, which is one of the ships is behind schedule. I have went back through the logs, and we'll check this in a moment. I've already checked here, and we've got basically the ejected capsule. This is part of this one. I'll come back to that. But we've also got, whereas Laconia vessels, we have to just talk to the look-ins and see if we can stop them exploiting things. And then finally, Hidden Tomb. So we'll do the Hidden Tomb first, because it is hopefully quite an easy one. Twice before we have attempted this, and it wasn't easy. That's because I was essentially trying to just brute force this map. And a lot of people, I say a lot of people, not a lot, a couple, because there's not a lot watch the series. More on that later on, for good or ill. But yes, we have attempted this a couple of times and didn't get anywhere, and a couple of people did suggest, you know what, just go online and you can find a map. And I don't normally do that, because quite frankly, you can go online and find the solutions to any of the things in the game and walkthroughs and such, but I really don't want to spend another minute, another femtosecond on wasting your time trying to do this, but I do want to get it completed. And I think the main thing is I'm just not overly bothered about the way this thing works, like as in other than just brute forcing it or really writing it down in like a spreadsheet. I don't know what the other solution would be. I'm not a fan of the design, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, we're going to complete this one. So we're going to go south and then west and then south and then south again and then west and then south and then west. This is all random, you understand. I'm just doing this randomly. I haven't got it written down or anything. Oh wait, there's a guttural growl as a dark form emerges from the shadows in the front of the team. An enormous beast fills the entire corridor and bares its teeth. 8 green eyes surround its mouth, and armored tentacles wind along every surface. Half Ensign Cygnus Lee direct the team's attacks, which is a roll and 21. Sadly, it didn't work. Yeah, the team unleashes staggered volleys of plasma fire at the eyes and mouth. Biometric radius took no significant change. We will hold the ground. It's a minus 15% roll this time. And, 93 though. We've absolutely aced it, I think. Orders seem to fire at will, and clouds of smoke fill the corridor, illuminated by the frantic blue strobe of plasma fire. In a moment, is atop the team, and as the path passes, it dissolves like smoke from their weapons. Scans that moments before detected enormous life form now register trillions of microscopic levitating spheres, then nothing. Okay. Apparently incoming radiation. That can't be good. Let's go with south and then east and then south and then finally we go south. The team emerges into a room flooded with natural light. The center of the room is raised an altar of white and marble carved into roughly mimic the Fallen Empire's style, but still clearly a later addition. Resting atop is an ornate scepter roughly 1 meter in length. As the team approaches, a floating translucent Amir emerges from one wall, created by the same illusion as the tentacled beast, and speaks with what the translate identifies as Fallen Empire dialect. And it says, "Well done, Initiate. You have bested my challenges. You're worthy of the 2nd Legion. Oh, take my scepter to your instructors as proof of your strength, cunning, and bravery. Please reset any challenge triggered during your adventure for the next candidate." Following the source of the light, they emerge at a concealed point not far from the lander. Return to the ship. We have completed that one, and also, I believe, if we check now here, For a start, we should have this in the cargo bay on its scepter. We will analyze the artifact, and it says contains huge amounts of data storage for a scepter. Seems to be several exabytes of biological and neural information, 25 research points, which is good. And also, if we go to missions, we can see that we now have. Oh, it's going to be further up here now. We have Hidden Tomb. Scepter was recovered from the tomb. Hologram mentioned the Second Legion. So we have to go and talk to the Emir. So we'll go into their systems. I can't remember where it's from, but we can use the log, which I'll check in a moment because I've already been reading through this. Because another mission we have is New Shipments, which is trying to find the guild ship that went missing. Now, it went missing in the Hive's territory, which is actually just up here. This is all Hive's territory, and it went missing here, the ejected capsule. And if we check that, this is where I was really racking my brains, and I'm not the only one because I want to check this up as well. A lot of people are having the same sort of thought process, that we found the computer and we traded for it, and the computer was over here, I believe. Yes, Hard Rock Miners. And it told us that the ship was heading to the nearest jump gate, but it wasn't using the Flinger network. So I thought it was here, and I have checked that in the past, but actually it's obviously the computer was originally from the capsule there. So we need to head towards the nearest jump gate, which is, these are both equidistant. So it could be this one, it could be this one, but I think it's going back to where it came. So I reckon the path of travel for the ship is going to be this way. So I anticipate if we go here, we might be able to find it. So let's do just that. It's telling us to go all this way, but I'm going to actually go to this wormhole and then head direct. So let's do just that. Like I said, trying to put a bit of a dent in these missions that have been stuck in the list. We've also got another one, which is to, well, explore a bit more, but that's what we do. Let me just go here, and I'm going to tell them to, well, I'm going to have to be a bit quick about this. So I'm going to tell them to jump there, because as soon as we jump in, we're going to fire, because there's lots of debris, and also, as you can see, we've got coordinators and carams and other things. But I'm just going to activate full thrust and then head over to the right. You can see these carams are really, really fast. They will catch us up, even at full thrust, which is, speed is approaching 80, 82, 85. We might get near 85, no. But you can see these guys are shooting at us. I mean, I can just stop. I'm happy. Oh, I was going to say, I'm happy just to stop and they can crash into us and we gain some free stuff. But let's just speed up a little bit in order to destroy them, and there you go. So they're definitely in the in the ram other vessels type of game here. Let me just collect all of these. Just some titanium and platinum, aluminium, etc. But I'm trying to head over to there now, and this is where hopefully I'll run into the ship. This is what we did in the last episode as well. I had to jump back multiple times to the half-destroyed chariot and basically send the ship off on random ways and hope that we find it. It is one of the downsides of running a sort of series, as it were, because you can, but it's not very fun for yourself watching me just meander for hours and hours trying to find these things. We have to cut them down. Although going into random systems, I don't class that as meandering, because we obviously do have a good look around and find things. Let me just said to go over there, and it was the Second Legion. So log, it was the second. I'm just going to type that in, and you can see all of these logs here. And what you can do is select any of them, and then you can actually pin them. Toggle map mapper. Oh, hang on, wait. Previously unknown object closing. Hang on, and it said dispatch there, didn't it, for a moment? Hang on, let me come back over. There's one. Let's dispatch to here. Another device. Interaction with my unknown. Bright young academic who concludes a half cycle of creator agreed that the assessment, the test group really displayed new intuition for the unknown, with several testable and proven insights, found their excitement and devotion to the project quite infectious. Expressed desire to return for a full cycle. Testing? Some sort of testing. Let's continue on. So we've done that. And yes, so we need to go over to the Emir. Can't have to spell it right though. There's a broken Emir vessel. You have to find the Emir. I think it's very close. Oh, here we go. Minor gravitational distortion detected, possibly asteroid or large derelict. It is a derelict, and that is definitely the Trade Guild. An almost wreck immediately recognizable as missing guild ship. While the crew may have ejected some of its wares and equipment while attempting to flee, there is a great deal of valuable material. 8 iridium, 19 gold, 1 neutronium. We will continue. Aboard the bridge, the team finds interesting device tightly integrated with some of the ship's navigational, communicational, and logging systems, protected by a physical lock that requires multi-phase passing. Oh, okay. A small amount of antimatter cycling through the lock. Attempting to remove the lock without the authentication will be risky. I can attempt, which is minus 30%, or leave it. I'm going to exit for now, because I want to double check our missions. Yes, located the missing derelict. Its computer is protected by encryption, so I definitely want to unlock that, but I don't want to do it at minus 30%. The guild have asked us to report the location of the missing ship tracked on the map. Let me just double check this. It is a xenoculture in order to do that. Okay, don't crunch into the side of the... Just scrape the side of the ship on the other ship. So it says new shipments over here. Okay, so that is the wormhole gateway, and the most direct route apparently is... Oh, okay, right, no, I'm not going to do that. The most direct route apparently was to go back... 1 second, I'm just going to say go there. It's to go over here and then jump, jump, and jump. And that might be the quickest. However, there will be combat involved. Not that I'm too bothered, but we also have a really good void speed. So, yeah, I'm happy just to head back this way. So we'll do that. Okay, good. There's that beacon we've just passed. I guess if you just randomly set off in a direction here, which I think the game does encourage... you can often find what you need and find like random things as well. Let's head back anyway. So we'll have a chat with the guild, and then there's other places to look at as well. Specifically, there is a question mark here into another system, but also we've got, as we can see, lots of others around here. So things like the dump investigation incomplete. There was I think it was around here, yeah, fallen colony, and there's one that's being exploited, yeah, the gas giants. That's all the Lokian stuff. So we'll see, but it's the Emir really that we have to have a good chat with. Let me have a quick check here in the, where is it, ship systems, no, cargo, and yes, yeah, it did say about the, that research points 1,010 actually. Wow, I can't find it in this list here. Then an ornate scepter, and then there's more ships coming in. Flying Hive and the coordinator, but none of my concern. We're gonna head back. Okay, and navigate to there. Aha. Okay, so this is the guild supply depot and the main guild. I think this is their home system, actually, but we're definitely going to report back, and I don't know what they're going to follow up with, but the fun's in finding out. No, looks like we have to go here. Greetings, non-affiliated transit code holder. What do you wish to transact about? I have a guild-approved list of topics that we may discuss. Interested in learning more about the imperial flora? Oh, to be fair, that is part of what we need to do, so I'll do that. The gardens of the Empire were truly magnificent at their height. They developed and cultivated a wide range of species, both hardy and delicate. We have a horticultural database from a Crinran botanist on the topic. I will transmit it now to Iridium. Continue. Anything else? We've located your missing ship. That is very good to hear. As I mentioned before, you may keep any resources under the rights of salvage. Willing to purchase the ship's location for 10 Iridium. I will sell the coordinates. Coordinates received. Continue. It will be good to let the families of the deceased crew know their final location, even if it's not practical to visit. End communications. We have purchased database of the engineering floor of the Fallen Empire for their genetics, 40 research, and mission completed. New shipments. So I think that is actually done. Let's go to missions, and we can see that we have a hidden tomb there. Yes, that's fine. Conduct research necessary modifying the blight of the lab. Oh, the blight, right, so I can go back to that. Let's see. Creatures, no, not that one there. Recovered tome. All right, okay, so the blight was mentioned in... Is the lab over here? If I remember rightly. isolated lab. I think it's there. Well, we might as well quickly jump over and hopefully get that completed. We can see the autopilot is struggling somewhat. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I might be able to do some actual trading, or is that going to be it? I'd like to trade with you. So, I can sell them Imperial Flora Blight analysed and the Scepter. Oh, now I don't want to sell the Scepter because I think that is something that I need to hand in. The rest of it, though, we'll keep hold of that. Let's go to this one here, over to the isolated lab, and this hopefully will be another completed one. So we'll do that, and then, like I said, I'm gonna have to find the Emir place. It would be nice if in the map we could activate like territory, like it, you know, a bit like, well, there's a lot of space games, but I'm thinking things like Star System where you can see people's territory that's marked. That would be a nice handy feature. Or maybe things change massively through the course of the game, but you'd think that would be doable. No, not there. Ah, okay. So where's the lab? Okay, so I had a bit of a zip around. I went over originally to that lab there because that's where I thought we had to do it. But actually, it wasn't to do with that. And instead, we've got the blight from... is it one here? Yes, Flora Blight. That's where we originally picked it up. Again, figuring this out because reading in here in the log, which we can search. Highly useful feature. I wish I knew about that, you know, about 20 episodes ago. However, we have to go back to our station and then go to the bottom, and then it is Imperial Blight. Let's figure how to genetically alter it. A new life form can clear the Imperial flora from the colony and release the nutrients when they'll be able to grow back their own food stocks. Okay, and I believe that is, yes, over here, which is actually a good thing for a couple of reasons. Firstly, this is obviously another hand in, and we'll complete this mission, which is what we're trying to do here, clear the logs. And another one is, I think this is where we've got the... Oh, bit of combat going on. We've got the Devout, but I believe this will be the Devout. They're actually absolutely hammering. This is a trade guild ship here. I will take care of them for them, because apparently the others aren't. Which is... hang on, wait. Sorry. There's a bit of emergent gameplay here. So this is a guild trader, which you can see is damaged. They are wanting to trade with us, but there's nothing really that we can hand over. There's probably the Flora Blight, which I probably can sell, but I'll leave for now. And the Scepter, which I don't. But also this guy here, I believe this is the 2nd Legion. 2nd Legion Heavy, yes. So the 2nd Legion weren't defending the... they weren't defending the guild, so the guild might not have paid them this copper. Considering higher fight for our brethren, this is the 2nd Legion. And, well, remember, we have the staff from the 2nd Legion, don't we? If we check over here, in our cargo, we have the Ornate Scepter. And it was to do with, if we look at this one, yes, I mentioned the 2nd Legion. So I need to find a location where I can hopefully hand this in. Or I thought one of these guys would help out, but apparently not. Anyway, we're going to go down, and we are going to go to this oceanic world, and this should be where we can hand in the blight. So continue. And deliver the new life form to the administration. Administrator is visibly delighted. Wonderful development. Our food situation has relied on too heavy of traders, and we will give incentive merchants. Oh, beverage runner. Favorable pricing. Trade in the public markets, and also an imperial container purchase. And we can see that. Wow. Okay, almost everything is in green. And the buy price is actually, there's not much in red. Wow, so we've got really good favorable prices there. Also, we now have an imperial container, which we'll analyze. Some interesting properties about the nanites. Plus 80%. Plus 80, not 8%, plus 80 for the research. Excellent. Okay, so we're up to 1,115. Laconian vessels, yes. Counter planet being exploited by the Laconians. Floating creatures. We've got Flotsam and Jetsam. Legend of Whiskermog. So we've actually covered off a lot of this one. The only one is about the Second Legion, which we could probably go ahead and continue going back through some of these. Fallen Colony. Should we have a kick of the Hive? Not literally the Hive. We've already met someone like from the Hive. That's down the south. But yeah, these other ones where we said we weren't going to basically involve ourselves, and well, I think we are now going to involve ourselves. That's a hauler. We can trade with a hauler. I just look for artifacts mainly. Let me go around this. Space is getting awfully full here, and I see if there's anything I can do. No, we can't do anything there. Okay, we have another one here, which is the Gentle Gas Giants. We have a mission on that one as well, but I don't think I've done any more research for it. After that, there is definitely one location that we haven't been to, and that is over here. You can see there is a question mark to an unknown area. That's another flinger, so I might have a look at that, because why not? Like I say, there's plenty to look at, and also the ship can go bigger now. Let's redeploy. I don't think there's going to be anything here, but I just want to double check. No success. Okay, so that's an ongoing one. Ongoing naturally is the Starlands trading over there. That one I can't do. There's one here which is the Glide traders. Some more traders there. We've got one here which is the dump. Yeah, we've been there a few times actually. We've went to the colony just now. We've got one here which is trial by ordeal, which I didn't want to do because quite frankly it was massive. Forbidden Planet. Let's actually go. Let's go to the unknown one, the Flinger. I want to have a quick look around here and see what the deal is. And oh, we've got some combat. Yeah, so a lot of these ones are ongoing, but we've certainly ticked off a lot of. Certainly ticked off a lot of the missions, which is good, and that's obviously going to give us experience. These guys are really coming in. I definitely want to head over that scepter, but I'm not entirely sure where at. Here, and yeah, you can see got one of those missile boats. Let me go around this horribleness and then get closer. Yeah. Put the shields up when we get close, but there's not much we can do. There we are. All right, let's go back to this area here and through the Flinger. I'm just going to double check our. Are we going to go through this Flinger or are we not? It is asked. Yeah, it is going to go through this Flinger and then through that wormhole and then. Okay, good. For crew, we are on 152 experience of a maximum. Well, for the next level 160, which is good. Let's see what's in here. This is all the CX tier traders, isn't it? Yes. Okay. The autopilot is becoming problematic, especially when there's a lot of ships around. It really doesn't like navigating around. So we're going to go over to zoom out, and then it is here to that other Flinger, and this might be a whole new area. But we'll see. This is the Kinrins. We've recently bumped into those. Nothing really of note for us at that stage. We seem to be fairly friendly, so that's all good. They're sort of keeping to themselves. I mean, what the people are also keeping to themselves is the Hive over here, but they're also exceptionally hostile, where these guys are basically sort of ambivalent about the whole situation. Like I said, the scepter we'll have to have a look at in due course, because there's no literally planet to tell us where to go. It's just missions. Mention the Second Legion, and if we type in that Legion, yeah, loads of it. All of this is mentioning Guildmaster. There's a Legion of Emir contact. Where was that one? Let me just check that. That was over here, was it? Hang on. Let me zoom out again. Oh, hang on. That's new. I don't recognize that ship. Your species markings are unfamiliar to us. You're in the Nimian space. Explain your intentions. Commodore Generic, son of Starcom. We're on a peaceful exploratory mission. Peaceful words, sinister intent. What is your disposition towards the Kinrin herd? Met them but remain neutral. You seem hostile and suspicious. We are not their friends. They are our friends. We remain neutral. Understandable. Used to be neutral, but have neutral agents, but with nefarious intentions. Yay! Space wolves. Or space lions. If you wish to demonstrate friendship, perhaps you could do us a favour. We've lost contact with one of our diplomatic vessels and an escort. And make every effort to find your vessel. Okay, why do you hate the Kinrin? It's not our nature to hate, but since the fall of the Empire, the Kinrin have sought to exploit the power vacuum. Tells about the Fallen Empire. Great power of the galaxy, thousands of years, kept the peace with fair hand. Their gateways and flingers made travel and trade possible. Their Talonian chariots kept aggression in check. That's the big automaton brass things, I think. Sadly, no more. Alright, so we do now have more areas to scan. Oh, yeah, here we go. Look, loads of areas. Presumably the guild ships can't be too hard to find if the traders their business. If you search the ship log for guild masters, you'll be able to set a mark to where we talk to them. Yes, we can. I also had this Amir contact. Let me just put that on the log. And where was that marked? It was marked as over here. But that could be... Basically, it could be really anywhere, couldn't it? Let's... Because the ships move about, but we'll have a talk with the guild master, which we know where there's a guild master actually, because we've recently talked to them. Let me just have a quick scan around here because we are obviously here, so it is in our nature to explore new areas. Please don't hit it in the vessel. Crunch. Sorry. We'll exchange details later on. And scan. Potential threat in range. It's not a threat, it's just I've crashed into that ship. I'll wait for that to cool down. Yeah, trading wise, the guild masters, not that one. I will use the search. It's easier if we use the search. Let's just land here. Moist planet mirroring early genesis of life on Earth. Study the life forms. 15%. Lander skims along the water and conduct analysis. There we go. 15 research points and some experience. So we have another world. These guys seem to be traveling between this terrestrial and that rocky. Okay. Oh, they've got a space station too. Hail the base, nothing happens. Okay. So let's just see if we can thread the needle through here. I'll just wait until they've figured out where they're going to park. There we go, finally. A potential threat in range. They're not threats, they're just, because we're so close, they're just high proximity. If I can go over here. Also notice that there's this orange star, but there's no connection to it, but I'm going to have a look over. Planet is a nearly homogeneous biome of grassland and sparse glades. Only large fauna are large herds of roving horned ungulates. Survey. Capture several of these creatures for study. Suspect besides simple herd behavior, the network may allow hybrid of individual hive sentience. Evolutionary radio network, apparently. Network of metallic fibers interwoven with the central nervous system. Huh. They've got radio horns. Okay. Right, let's head up here. I'm hoping to find another flinger on the sensors, but I don't think I will. No, so I'm just going to say go there. And I can already see ships. So this might be a bigger area. And if so, then I'm probably not going to do that. Let's go for guild. Oh, we can now research get nanite efficiency. Oh, I can get more research into nanites. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Previously unknown object closing. Well, it is an unknown area. Lots of ice planet. Here. And there'll be a comet too. Doesn't appear to be much in this system, does there? Let me just scan. A chunk of rock. Titanium slag half buried in the planet. Similar chunks of post-combat debris fields, plus 20 titanium. Is that literally all that's here? These guys' space is really small, isn't it? But there is a comet around, I believe. Because it said unknown object approaching. So it could be that. Is there literally these two worlds? Unless there is something cloaky going on. Which is highly possible. Okay. Missions. Let's see. Missing diplomat. Okay, log. Delete that. And it says, if we go down, Guildmaster. Search for Guildmaster. Comms log Guildmaster. Where did we encounter Guildmaster? I think I know where it was. There's actually one there and one there. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. So we're going to get here and then back over. Right, we'll do that. And also, we do have the ability to get some better nanites, I think. I can't check because it's not in this list. So we'll close that Guildmaster one off. And that one there is marked up as well. Oh, can you search entry logs by what's been highlighted? Oh, you can't. So how do I turn that off now then? Apart from just scrolling like this, finding it? Does it actually literally go down to the very start of the game? Don't know if it does. Still. I might do. Because we've been a few places, that's for sure. Still have no idea what the deal is with the Starlands. Conian vessels, still a couple of bits to do there. Flotsam, Jetsam, and then Whiskermug. I would very much like to have completed that one before we finished. But maybe we'll never know. Is it better not knowing the mystery? Right, let's have a chat with the guild trader here. Okay. Investigate a missing vessel. Do you know anything about it? Ah. We can disclose that one of our vessels detected a brief Nimian distress beacon recently. Where? Purchase the gateway coordinates to Iridium. I like to trade. I will sell them the analyzed container and the Flora Blight. Don't open it, but I'm going to keep the scepter. And communications. Diplomat is there. But first, let me quickly jump back to the station. No, let me quickly reverse out and jump back to the station because I want to get this nanite research. Because I think that will help us repair. I don't think there's anything else left on the left, is there? This is like very far out that we've looked at the emissary. In fact, that to be fair, I said about earlier, it could be in comets. It could have been the emissary, but I haven't seen them in a while. Nanite efficiency improves the amount of repair from nanites. Superfood 50%. Wow, excellent. There's loads of unknown as well. Right, let me quickly check over here because it might be an easy mission. Why not? You never know. I doubt it. Distress beacon, was there? Well, oh, there's loads more systems around here. I don't know who controls them. I don't know who they belong to. But it said there's a distress beacon around here, so it might be on the planet. Some elite destroyers. Oh, is it the Devout over here? False positive, apparently. Perhaps it's just a false positive. Ah, escape pod investigation's incomplete. Okay, let me search around. And then, oh, there's the Diplomat there. I found them. At least I found their ship. Search for survivors. No crew alive or dead. Search the logs. Appears to be purged. Whoever raised the data did not realise the comm relay still has the last outgoing message. First payment package and prison samples received. Transmitting... Oh, prion samples received. Transmitting data now. Looks like the plans for future Nimian fleet manoeuvres. If accurate, highly sensitive military information. Examine. Unfamiliar alien physiology. Biochemistry works the same way as Nimians are creatures of our own universe. Seems that some chemical interrupted the neurotransmitters that regulate breathing. Oh! It's a bioweapon. Because of death, poison. Okay. Missing diplomat. Are they? Are they missing? Well, yes, but... Let me check on that one. I'm going to have another scout here. Approaches the cave with caution, yes. Because we've got telemetry data now. And there they are. A gaunt Numidian surrounded by disorganized array of crates and equipment. I am Diplomat. An Asad Jari of the Nimian. Who are you? What happened to their ship? Goodwill mission to try and improve relations with the Krinrans. They attacked us. Something's not adding up. The Nimian didn't mention any goodwill mission. Data recovered from the ship's buffer. Com buffer, I think, registered a flight plan with the Krinrans so they wouldn't know what to expect us. That must be what you saw. Search the supplies. Despite the objections, go through the crates. Large numbers of gold bars. I carry those for exact purpose. Consider the payment of my rescue. Yes. Lifepod survivors are not expected to have crates of gold in them at any culture. She is attempting to a veiled bribe. May not comment on suspicious story. Invite the diplomat and return, or accuse him of lying. I'm going to accuse him of lying. Feigns signs, yeah, of indignation and professes innocence, and eventually confesses. Unknown agent had been blackmailing us for years with information that would ruin her and a powerful military family. Been paying them off, but they demanded one last payment along with some sensitive information. After delivering the information, an unmarked vessel, they were attacked. Begs you not to reveal this to the Nimian. Didn't know the data was military secrets. Penalty for treason. High placed in the government. You could omit some of the details, make her friends. Consider the request to have the team return the ship as your diplomatic guest. Oh, we got fighters coming in. Okay. Let's get out of that stuff because it's horrible. Critically injured. Too late. So, let's get around these. The front falls of their ship's ridiculously easy, doesn't it? And he's here. Back it up. Yeah. Just don't go through that stuff there. And okay. Whoa, the ship seems to be a lot quicker than usual. What's up there? You can see if we lost part of it. Is it lighter now? There's also a gas giant over here. Well, I'm going to head back that way while we have a quick check. We should return the diplomat to their people. I've marked where we can find on the... Oh, yes. On the map. Missing diplomat. Okay. I think I will return them. I don't think there's any other option. It doesn't tell us that we have any other option. Oh, wow. Look at this space here. I don't think there's anything here like a jump way. There's no flinger network. Well, we'll have a scan around. Because why not? And then we'll head over and hand in. And I think, to be honest, I'm just going to fly direct. That'll be easier. There's some more elite interceptors. Okay. Well, intercept this. Not a subtle threat, is it? It's not a smart one at that, but it works for us. You can see the initial volley just takes the sides off the vessels. Borderline temperate planet, only single-celled anaerobic life forms. And then there's a glade of dead trees. Must have been transplanted here. Thrive in the environment without competition, so their death is a little bit of a mystery. Excavating around some survey equipment labeled Station 9011 reveals that the entire root system had been amputated and extracted. Plus 16 resources. Okay. An old Kinran cruiser. Ship's old, recently rehabilitated, at least to the point of being space early. Most of the value upgrades have been stripped out. It was a rush job. Modifications to the control systems brought different physiology. Triacular vision are suggestive. Oh, okay. Who do you know has got triacular vision? There is a species that we've encountered, I think. CXTA could have done it, I think, as well. Let's search here and then we'll go and hand the Diplomat back. Another survey on this lunar L1. Small chunk of aluminium. It said there. I wonder if it's better to cancel this. Come on, just go there. To raise the anomaly threshold. Alright, so we're going to head back and see if we can finish off this diplomatic one. Selling secrets, eh? Very naughty. I'm glad we've managed to complete so many of these sort of side missions as well, and a bit more exploration as always. No. If we go that, it's asking us to go back. Probably is quicker, but not as interesting, because you never know what you're going to find in this unknown area. Probably another one of those beacons. Beacons are the commonplace ones. And also you get to listen to the crew have a bit of a chat. It's a big bonus as well. Just thinking about it, about the nanite research. Can't really tell the effect of how fast we're going here. We are at 100% void effect. Speed, the maximum speed is 270. And obviously that'll go down the closer you get to anything. Alright. More than halfway there. We'll be there within a minute, most likely. I think the last couple of episodes, it's probably been the most passive we've really been. We've had some combat, but we haven't went to areas specifically under like war conditions. Even when the ones we have jumped to, like the hive space, we've done so with a bit of conflict, but we've tried to avoid it. We went around rather than through their systems. I mean, part of it was the missions, obviously, but still. Let's get closer here. That's missing Diplomat. So it's probably one of their ships. Or the space station, actually. But we'll see. Nimian base. I think that's where we have to go. Don't crash into them. Let's go around. And the base. Found the survivor. This is the most excellent news. Your deepest gratitude. Please give any details you can. Give the Nimian full account and ship's logs pertaining to the events. Give the Nimian account events, but omit details that would cast suspicion on the Diplomat. Do we grass them in? full logs? I mean, what's it to us? They wanted to know what had happened to the Diplomat, what was going on with the Diplomat. We're just handing in the information. Is that just us washing all responsibility? I'm going to say that one. More shocking. They'll face tribunal with the evidence from your logs. Her family will not be able to protect her. We are most grateful. They've recovered this deception. If she had been successful, it would be given the Kinrans crippling advantage. Employ you to reveal this information to the Kinran. They will certainly use it as propaganda. Anything we can help you with. Remnant artifacts. several parties familiar with the Great Gateways but know little about their rumored structures. Intelligence reports that Kieran recently purchased information regarding a location of Falling Empire Lab. The lab had been researching a remnant artifact, specifically something called the Starlands. Yes! Our agent could not verify the accuracy of the information but captured the coordinates. I'll transmit details to you. The Fallen Lab. Lab researching the artifact over there. Okay. And specifically, they mention the Starlands. Yes, they do. I am going to head back to our station because I want to think about maybe upgrading the ship. I want to also have a look at, yeah, upgrading the ship, and then about the Starlands. Let's spin this round. Off we go. Ensign's fully recovered. I bet we're like 1 or 2 experience off leveling. No, we're literally 1. Okay. Typical. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Our... then we've not convicted the Starcom ally against us. Give you favoured trade partner status in exchange for resources. Even a remnant object to finish studying. Oh, remnant device. Buy. Excellent. Remnant artifact, part of an exchange. Seller claimed it was remnant technology. Well beyond our science. Perhaps you could be willing to help us. Conflict is imminent between us and the Nimian. Wish to avoid a full war. Distrust for them is mutual. Military does not want peace and our offers reach the highest echelons. You may have more success. Present our treaty offer to their homeworld. War may be averted. Where's their homeworld? We don't know. I will make every effort to deliver your offer. Okay. Remnant device. Advanced to the point it's difficult to learn much from it. Emits an energy signal with an unusual signature in response to certain environments. A new mission added to the log. Fallen Lab, yes, and also do not location in the new whole world provided gateway location, which is over there. So what you're telling me is still a lot to have a look for, which I will probably do, but not right now. You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not even gonna go back to the space station. We're gonna go and look at the lab. I might even look at the treaty first and then the lab, but we're definitely looking at the lab. Let's see what happens next episode. As always, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.